What's good, everyone? So inside this video I'll be going over how to scale to $1 million a month selling trading courses and mentorship. Don't mind the bugs right there. I'll be placing the webcam or cam or DJI, whatever this is called, right on top of it in just a second. But anyways, I'll be going over the 5 phases there is to scale to $1 million a month selling trading courses and mentorships, or trading info, whatever you want to call it. The first phase being 0 to 10k a month, second phase 10k to 30k a month, third phase 30 to 100k a month, and fourth phase 100k to 7 figures, so $1 million a month, and then the fifth phase, which is $1 million plus every single month. And there's only like a handful of people that are at that level right now, right? Now let's place this DJI here and let's get into it. Now this is going to be a raw video. I'll just talk about what we've done for other trading clients, how you can get to each phase, how you can scale to the next level, and everything in between. So if we start off with the first phase, which is 0 to 10k a month, this is the easiest phase. It may not feel like that if you've been trying for a while, but if you know how to make content, you've got a content ecosystem, you don't even have to have backend systems. You don't even have to think about a single thing. You just need to dial in content. You need to close 4 people for a high ticket trading offer of 2.5k AOV, and that's it. That's 10k a month. It's very, very easy. You need to close 1 guy a week, right? At this point, you're gonna take sales calls yourself. At this point, you're gonna do content yourself. You're gonna do DM setting yourself. You're gonna do everything yourself, but it's really not that, like, you don't have that much volume for it to be, even like 20, 30 hours a week. It just isn't. So 10k is the easiest, way to speed run it. Like 0 to 10k, you should be doing that within 3 to 6 months if you just got the content system in place, the ecosystem in place, right? Now, the only thing backend wise you need with a 10k a month trading info business is just a calendar link. I'm not even joking. You don't need a VSL, you don't need a freebie, you don't need email automations, you don't need landing page, you don't need anything but content and a calendar link, right? I see so many traders come to me, they're at like $100 a month, maybe they got like 5 students at $500 a month for low ticket, and they're talking about they want 5 VSLs. Apply, book a call, post booking, upgrade, down. So they want everything: email automations, sequences, workflows, automations, backend. Like, they want everything, but it's not required at all. You haven't even validated your offer if you're at below 10k a month yet. Like, there's no reason to even do backend systems. Just like have a calendar link, have sales calls open like 5 times a week. You can take sales calls, you can close them, close 4 people, 2.5k, you're at 10k a month. Super, super easy. You should be able to do this within 3 to 6 months, and it's really easy. Like most businessmen, they say that the first 10k a month is the hardest, and it's way easier to go to 10k or from 10k a month to 100k a month, 100k to $1 million a month than it is from 0 to 10k. That's not true, especially not in trading info businesses, right? 0 to 10k a month, you should be able to speed run it pretty easily. Now 10k to 30k a month is a bit different of a game, and then 30k to 100k, and that's completely whole new league and whole new game. I'll be getting into that in just a second. Now 10k a month to 30k a month, this is where your work schedule gets a little bit more messy, because you're still taking sales calls, you don't have enough volume for a closer yet. You're still doing DM settings, so answering people in your DMs, qualifying them, putting them on a call, because you don't have enough volume for a setter yet, right? And you're still, doing fulfillment for your one-on-one coaching, right? So you're gonna have, a pretty crowded or packed, work schedule at this point from 10k to 30k a month, right? Which is also where most traders get stuck, like forever, right? We've had trading clients at 20k a month, at 25k a month. They've been stuck there for like a year. Then they join us, we scale them to multiple 6 figures a month. But that's a whole new, other topic for another video. But anyways, 10k to 30k a month, you're still doing one-on-one coaching. You've got quite a few, clients, so you don't have that much time, and you don't really have the best or the, most efficient backend systems. At 10 to 30k a month, backend systems wise, you could have landing page, you could have a freebie, run some email automations, like just some simple stuff. Maybe have a VSL. That's literally it. You don't need like crazy 5-step VSLs. You don't need multiple sequences for multiple email automations depending on where they are, which country they're from. Like, you don't need overly unnecessary systems at this point, because you're still validating your offer. You just need content and then some kind of simple landing pages, backend systems. Then you're taking the sales calls yourself, you're closing people, right? At this point you need to close at around 10 people a month to hit 30k a month essentially, right? It's 10 people, like 10 people for 3k AOV. then boom, you're at 30K a month. If you know content ecosystem, right, you've got maybe like 5K, 10K, you know, on YouTube subscribers, maybe 5 to 10K on IG as well, maybe a few thousand in your Discord community, that should be plenty. You should be easily making 30K a month at that point, right? Now from 30K a month though to 100K a month, bro, that's a whole new game, because you got to switch up everything. You got to switch up your marketing, you got to switch up your backend systems, you got to track stuff, you got to have a team, you got to create leverage. It's a whole new game. This is where most traders, again, get stuck in between that 10K to 30K range, right? Now, how you get out of that is essentially obviously still content, because if you don't attract new viewers, if you don't nurture them, you can't convert them, right? Inside the content side of things, there's 3 pillars, right? So there's the content, nurturing, and conversion. Obviously those 3 needs to be on point. When you're at 10K a month or 0 to 10K a month, you can just have content. You don't need nurturing, you don't need conversion, like you just really don't. Once you're at 10 to 30K a month, you need nurturing as well, and then you still convert them yourself by taking your own sales calls. Once you're at 30K a month, you want to scale to 6 figures a month, you really need to lock in. Like it's a whole different game. And I know this because I've been there before with my trading brand, and we've also scaled so many traders at 15K a month, stuck at 10K a month, stuck at 20K a month, stuck at 30K a month, all the way up to multiple 6 figures a month, right? Within like 30 to 60 days, right? Now, once you're at 30K a month, the first thing I want you to change, and the first thing that's absolutely necessary, is you don't do one-on-one coaching at this point. Because once you're below 30K a month, you're still selling your time for money, right? And that's not scalable. It just says you don't have unlimited time. You just don't. However, when you want to go from 30K a month to 6 figures a month, you got to systemize your fulfillment. You got to outsource. You got to create leverage. You create leverage by outsourcing and delegating tasks to other people. So instead of taking your own sales call, you hire a closer. Instead of doing DM setting yourself and getting people on a call from your DMs and IG or whatever, you hire a setter, right? Then in order to actually manage those people, and instead of doing that yourself, you hire a sales manager that's going to do that. That's going to keep them accountable. That's going to go over sales calls. That's going to go, do call reviews. That's going to keep them accountable, blah, 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 right? So all of a sudden you've got 3 team members, a closer, a setter, and a sales manager. And now all of a sudden you've got way more time to even think. You don't do sales calls yourself. You don't do DM setting. You don't manage them. It's all good, right? Now you need backend systems as well, right? You need a 3 to 5 step, funnel where you got application VSLs, book a call VSLs, post booking VSLs, and then optional is like a downsell or an upsell VSL backend, and that's essentially it. That's the 5, funnels essentially. You also need, different email automations depending on, where they are in the funnel. You need some more, nurturing mechanisms, and it's a complete new game. Alongside that, what's also necessary at this point is you switching from one-on-one coaching to group coaching, right? So group coaching is going to save you so much time, because instead of doing one-on-one calls, like let's say 4 to 6 one-on-one calls a day with 4 to 6 different clients, you're now just running one call. That's it. One call a day, 5 times a week, maybe even 3 times a week, where you live trade, and then you hire coaches under you. So you have sub coaches, so a psychology coach, for example, that's going to do psychology call recordings or call sessions inside your program. Maybe you have another coach that does live trading the remaining 2 weeks or 2 days of the week, right? And you just make your life way easier. You systemize everything, and you put all your knowledge, time, resources, and trading skills into a program, a group mentorship, okay? So you do PDFs, you do SOPs, you do frameworks, you do modules on everything. Like, the goal with this is that tomorrow you'll be able to get on 1,000 new students, and you wouldn't even notice. Essentially, that's the goal with systemizing your fulfillment, right? Which is hard. It is hard. It's hard to hire a good closer that's going to close even better than you, even though you are the founder. It's hard to get a good DM setter. It's hard to get a good sales manager. These systems and backend, it's not easy. Alongside making a good group coaching program, right? Now, again, systemize and create leverage. Outsource to a team, get better systems, get better fulfillment. That's how you scale to 6 figures, because then you're not selling your time for money anymore. You've got all that sorted in a program. You can now scale without even it affecting you. Like, you can get on 1,000 people on tomorrow, and if you do it right, you wouldn't even notice. That's the goal with it, right? Now, 6 figures to 7 figures a month, that is more about tracking alongside getting a bigger team and a better team, alongside some more systems, okay? It's just doing more of what already works. So if you're at 30K a month or 6 figures a month or whatever, it's essentially just, you already, got your offer validated. You know how to do content, you've got a content ecosystem. You've probably got, 10K on YouTube, maybe 20K on YouTube, and 10 or 20K on IG as well. Maybe, 5 to 10K in your Discord free community or whatever, right? Now, once you want to go to multiple 6 figures and up to 7 figures a month, You just need to track and do data-driven decisions. That's it. Like, I'm not joking. You can double your business in a matter of one single small thing at this point, right? Because let's say that you're making 100K a month, right, with your trading business, and your apply VSL has a 20% conversion rate. If you notice that because you're tracking it, and you get that up to 40%, you make one new VSL with a structured, approach to it, you get that up to 40% conversion rate, you're making 200K a month, right? It's that small thing. That VSL is gonna take you a few hours, that's it. And then you're making double the amount of money that you were previously, right? So tracking at this point becomes super, super necessary alongside getting even more people on. So you get 2 closers, you get 2 setters, you get a sales manager that's gonna manage all of those people, you hire sub coaches under you, hire a community manager for fulfillment, so you don't have to do onboarding. Like, you don't have to take care of disputes or refunds or just keeping the community active, because you outsource that to another guy. You create leverage, right? So from 6 figures to multiple 6 figures to 7 figures a month, it's again all about tracking, systems, and leverage your team, right? Your team now does all the heavy lifting. You don't do that, right? Now, once you want to get above 7 figures a month, above $1 million a month, that's a completely new game, like a completely new game. That's where the big leagues are, the big players. That's like TJR, LXG, Lambo Roll. Like, you got to do some crazy stuff once you're at there. Again, you should have systemized your fulfillment at this point, otherwise you can't scale to this level. You should have gotten and made a program so good that your clients are getting results. Alongside, you can get on 1 million people tomorrow, it wouldn't affect you, right? That's when you know you can go to 7 figures. You need a sales team of around 10, 20, 30 people, so a way bigger team. You need probably a few community managers at this point, a few CSM, a few client success managers, like 3, 4 maybe. You need a sales manager, maybe even 2 sales managers. And you just need an overall better and bigger team alongside better systems again, right? Again, tracking everything. Because at this point, bro, if you double your conversion rate on a VSL, you're making 2 million instead of 1 million essentially, right? Now, also at this level, you got to do some crazy stuff for marketing. I can't lie. Like, we've seen LXG go on a football court with his name on his chest, do some random shit. We've seen TDR go full on, like, mainstream, do some gambling stuff. Lambo Roll buying Bugattis, LXG buying 2 Bugattis. Like, at $1 million a month and plus, multiple 7 figures a month, you got to do some crazy shit. Like, you really do. And I can only name a few. Like, I could probably name 8, 9, 10 people, traders that are at $1 million a month right now, and it's a completely different game, right? But again, you don't really need that right now. Maybe you can aim for that in a few years, but bro, you can speedrun like 100K a month within like 6 to 12 months pretty easily if you know what you're doing, right? And who doesn't like 100K a month, right? But anyways, that's exactly how to scale at every single level. If you like this video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. Just a quick one, raw. Let me know if you like these raw videos or not, and I'll make more of them. Or if not, then I won't. But anyways, let me know, and please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.